Hi everyone and welcome back to some more MotoGP 15. We've got the British Grand Prix today in today's part. This is part number 15 of our challenge to try and make it from Moto 3 up to the GP bike. So we've got Silverstone. This is quite a difficult track. I mean, I do like the British Grand Prix, but I do tend to struggle on this one. It's got some really tricky sections, so we're going to have to get into some qualifying and hopefully get a decent place on the grid. So, right, we're going to jump straight into qualifying and see what we get. Here we go. Right guys, we had a little bit of an error on qualifying. While we were doing our qualifying laps, for some reason my computer crashed and it erased our qualifying, and so when I loaded the computer back up, I couldn't go back on qualifying, so we just had to use what position we did have already in the early laps in qualifying, and that wasn't a great lap. It was only 1 or 2 laps in, so I'm going to be starting at 13th on the grid, I think. So this is going to add to the challenge in today's race. Bloody computers. But I'm going to try my best and hopefully I can still get a podium place, but I'm going to have to try really hard. So here we go. Right, so we're not going to let this get to us too much. 13th place is difficult, but I'm pretty quick around Silverstone. I think I would have qualified in the top 5 had my computer not crashed. We're going to try and take as many riders in this first section. I'm pretty quick around this section. God, ran it a bit wide there, but not to matter. You can go on that bit. And I'm going to run it straight through here and try and get into the top 5 in this first section of the race if I can. So run it right round the inside. Oh, that's a brilliant pass. Oh, God, almost up to P3. On the straight. What a brilliant first part for this lap. Right, so we're into P3. That's a brilliant start to this race. I know that I've got the pace in this first section, but we know that because we've got the spec 3 bike, we haven't got the speed. That's something that I might consider. I think after this race I get the opportunity to sign for another team. I might go for a slightly higher spec bike because I still haven't got enough credits to get a to pay for the custom team. So, and I might save that until we get up to the GP bikes, so we can start the GP bikes on the hardest level possible, and with a decent enough bike to challenge. Right, so we're still holding 3rd place. So this is a good start to the British Grand Prix. I'd love to get on the podium in the British Grand Prix as a British rider. Right, coming through this straight here. Can we get up the inside? No, we ran it wide, but we got the pass up to P2. This hasn't been a bad race so far. Really trying hard. Not bad start to this race, considering we started in 13th. Really would have challenged a hell of a lot more if we'd started on the front row of the grid. But we're not going to let it, like I said, it's not going to let us bother it. As long as we get a podium place, I would be happy. Right, this is a really tough section here. I have to really slow down. We don't want to lose the back end here. Oh God, we ran it a bit wide. Carried a bit too much speed into that section. Right, so we're finishing the first lap. Actually running quite a quick time as well on this first lap as well, which is good. Much quicker than we did in those early qualifying laps. Right, so on to the second lap. Can we get into first position on this second lap? We're going to have to challenge a hell of a lot more in these corners coming up. No, I'm a lot quicker than he is through this section, but we know that again on us on the straight. Let's try and nip up the inside if we can. No, we took him on the outside. What a pass. That was an absolutely brilliant move. Nice and clean. Right, let's get into this straight coming up and just try and defend as much as we can. We know he's got a lot more speed on the straight. Right, here he comes. Are we going to get? Is he going to catch up by the time we get to go around this corner? No, he didn't catch up. That's brilliant. but then he nipped straight through up the inside as we went round the corner. Let's go through this tough section here. Oh, this is good so far. Oh God! Oh, had a wobble on there. I put the gas on too early, then almost completely threw myself off the bike. I did that in qualifying quite a few times in those early laps before the game crashed. Had to adjust the setup quite a lot, but I'm not sure whether when we loaded back up all our setup was saved, but the setup it's not too bad at the moment. It feels alright. I feel quite confident in the corners. It's not understeering like it was first of all. I feel like I have got grip. I just have to make sure that I brake. I dab those brakes on, not too much. I don't want to lose that back end round some of these really tight corners. Right, we're going to enter the last lap and we're in P2. If we finish in this position, I would be really happy with that, considering we started in 13th. It's been a really good race in this British Grand Prix round Silverstone. I knew this would be a difficult circuit in this championship, but second would be good points. Can we overtake him on this section again? No, we just didn't carry enough speed. Can we get him here? Oh God, up the inside. No. Oh God. Don't want to fly into him. I definitely need a Spec 1 bike. I want that speed on the straight. It's such an advantage. Right, let's try and get a clean section through this bit. Braking, back end spinning a bit. But we took it quite well. Nice and clean. Trail and braking a bit. But we're managing to control the bike. Right, got half a circuit to go. Anything's possible. Can we win the British Grand Prix? Well, as long as we at least get a podium, that would be amazing. But if we could win it right at the death, that would also be amazing as well, considering where we started. But I don't think, with this section having a long straight on it before those two corners, I don't think I'm going to get close enough to have a chance of passing. I ran it wide there. Get back on the circuit, lost a bit of speed. Oh, I think that set us back. Right. Can we get close enough? I don't think we're going to be able to challenge him. But there's still been a brilliant race. Been really close. Right, let's finish. Been an awesome race. Oh dear. And we come second. I think that's a brilliant result considering where we started. A shame that we had the problem with the game crashing, but we're going to make sure that it doesn't happen again, and I'll make sure I back everything up. It's really annoying when that happens. But yeah, so in the championship, let's see where we stand now. Have we gained any more points on the leader? Like I said, we started late in this championship when we changed on to Moto 2 after winning Moto 1. And we're 5th in the championship. Yes, we're 81 points behind, but I think there's about five races left. So there's still enough points to challenge. Anything's possible. I hope you enjoyed today's race, and I do apologise for the qualifying, but sometimes those things happen. But I still think it was a really good race today, and yeah, that's decent points. And hopefully in the next race we're going to be starting on another bike. Like I said, we get to change contracts, and I'm going to go for another higher spec bike. So in the next episode, we're going to be on a new bike with a new team, and hopefully we're going to challenge for another podium place, and hopefully first. I will see you very, very soon.